All right, let's dive into one of the most chilling and just plain baffling maritime mysteries of our time, the story of what people now call the ghost yacht of the Great Barrier Reef.
So picture this. It's April 2007, and a nearly 10-meter yacht, the Kaz II, is found just drifting off the coast of Australia. When the authorities finally get on board, they find this incredibly eerie scene. The engine is still humming, dinner is literally set on the table, but the yacht is totally, completely empty.
And what's wild is that the boat itself was in perfect condition. It was seaworthy, undamaged. It looked like it was just in the middle of a perfectly normal trip. The only thing missing was the entire three-man crew. They had vanished without a single trace.
I mean, the scene on board was just a puzzle of bizarre and contradictory clues. You had a laptop that was on and running, food sitting out like the crew had just stepped away for a minute. But at the same time, the sails were up, fishing lines were in the water, and this is the real kicker, all the emergency life jackets were still tucked away in storage. Nothing added up.
So what in the world happened to the skipper, Des Batten, and his friends, the brothers Peter and James Tunstead? This one question kicked off a huge investigation that grabbed the entire world's attention. I mean, think about it. How could three experienced sailors just disappear from a perfectly good boat in pretty calm seas?
As investigators started trying to piece together all this strange evidence, the whole case really boiled down to two main possibilities. And, well, they could not have been more different from each other.
On one hand, you had the theory of foul play. Were they attacked by pirates or maybe smugglers? And on the other hand, you had the possibility of just a tragic, freak accident, where a series of small, unlucky events led to a fatal outcome. Okay, so let's look at that first theory, foul play, which is a possibility the investigators had to take very seriously from the start.
But here's the thing. The yacht itself seemed to argue against that idea. There were absolutely no signs of a struggle. Nothing was stolen, and there was no damage to the boat. The crime scene was completely clean, mainly because there was no crime scene to be found. So with the foul play theory looking less and less likely, investigators had to really lean into the alternative, a complex and incredibly tragic accident. But the question remained, how could an accident possibly explain all three men vanishing?
The theory that really gained the most steam is what's known as the perfect storm of misadventure. Now, this isn't about bad weather. It's about a storm of bad luck, where a chain of seemingly small incidents just spiraled completely out of control. So let me walk you through how this might have played out. Imagine one of the brothers gets his fishing lure snagged, and while trying to free it, he falls overboard. His brother, seeing this, immediately dives in to help him. Now the skipper, Des, is all alone, trying to handle the boat and rescue two guys in the water. In the chaos of it all, maybe the boat's boom swings and knocks him overboard too. And just like that, all three men are in the water, watching helplessly as their yacht, with its engine still idling, just slowly drifts away. After a full year of investigation, endless speculation, and of course, immense heartbreak for the families, the Queens and Coroner's Court was finally ready to release its official findings on what happened to the Kaz II. And the whole purpose of this inquest was to provide the most probable explanation based on every shred of evidence they had. The coroner basically came out and said that while they couldn't know the exact sequence of events, there was simply no evidence of foul play. The only conclusion that made any logical sense was that the men had accidentally fallen overboard in a series of really unfortunate events. And so, that perfect storm scenario remains the official explanation. A tragic, incredibly unlikely, but, when you think about it, an entirely plausible chain reaction that left three men stranded at sea while their boat just sailed on without them. And yet, for so many people, that conclusion just feels unfinished. Without any bodies, without a single witness, without that one definitive piece of evidence, the official verdict can really only ever be a theory. A logical one, yes, but still just a theory. And it's that lack of absolute certainty that lets this whole mystery live on. The story of the Kaz II is just a chilling reminder of how a perfectly normal day at sea can instantly turn into an eternal mystery. It's left us with one of the great, haunting, and truly unsolved stories of the sea.